not Bitcoin ain't gonna make me money. What's up, guys? So I didn't do much filming today, and the reason being is this morning on the way in to work I had a little bit of a migraine kick in, and I get like this weird visual thing, like shimmering line, and then I lose vision for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then it goes away. And then the headache kicks in after, and actually I was just driving into work this morning when it kicked in, and usually I don't realize it's happening at first. I have like this, I all of a sudden I realize that my vision isn't good, and whatever, that doesn't matter, but I had a migraine this morning. I literally got in here and I was just sitting down and taking in some caffeine and some ibuprofen and Tylenol and all that good stuff, and completely forgot about a delivery, or the multiple deliveries that I had today. Got a dry goods order in first thing this morning. It was a small one, wasn't a very big one, and so we got that in. Then we got the fish in, which was awesome. For the most part, I would say it was a success, but you know, there was some casualties, and I think that's just kind of par for the course with this kind of stuff. We did have some DOAs. We also had some die, you know, not too long after entering the tank, and the tanks are cycled, so they're good to go as far as that's concerned. But yeah, we got quite a bit of fish in. I just went through and fed everybody, with the exception of my rams and my cichlids. And the reason being is I'm going to give them a little something extra. But it needs to freeze up a little bit before I give it to them, just so I can kind of cut it up and all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what we got. The tanks are a little bit cloudy. I added a little bit more bacteria just to take on the extra bio load. But we got some grommas down here. These guys, pretty generic. And we got some albino cories, some leer-tailed Dalmatian mollies. We got one guy, it's a little bit, I threw a wafer in there. And that little dude right there is a little bit of a bully. He wants that wafer all for himself. Who knew? Fish aggression amongst mollies over a wafer, nonetheless. But yeah, did pretty good with these guys. Got some albinos in there. We did have a couple of casualties with the albinos, but they all seem pretty happy. As far as all the corridors that I got today, these are definitely the most active of them. And we got some white clouds up here. Interesting little fish. Might try breeding these guys. They're very small. Can't really pick it up. Yeah, camera's having a hard time with it, but interesting little fish. And down here we got some old fire mouths. They're hiding pretty good right now, though. Pretty skittish fish. And we got some leer-tail black mollies, and we got an old gold Peleco. Big money. Probably ought to clean my glass a little bit. Nothing in that tank. And we got some Dalmatian red tail going on. Camera cut out. I'm not sure if I picked these guys up or not, but we got some Raphael spotted catfish. Crazy looking catfish. I'm gonna bet that they're pretty nocturnal. I see them every once in a while. I might try to dim the LED lights here just to see if they'll come out a little bit more during the day. And we got some old, it says they're bristlenose. I don't know if bristlenose grows in later or what, but they're little dudes, man. Little dudes. We'll probably have those guys kicking around for a while. We got some blue grommas. Interesting coloration. Then we got a whole tank of the Julie corridors. These guys made me happy when I put them in the tank. I guess they're acting like the other ones, the albinos. But when I first put them in the tank, they literally, like, I put in the net and then they just all dispersed throughout the entire tank. So that was pretty cool. And we got some neon gold platies. Cherry barbs. That guy's reddening up a little bit. These guys ate real good not that long ago, so they're pretty happy at the moment. We got some blue ram action going on. We got a pearl gourami. Likes the camera. We got some rummy nose tetras over here. These are good freshwater fish. They're kind of like an indicator fish. Obviously they're pretty disrupted today, but once they get established in the tank and that little bit of red that's in their head, if you walking by the tank and you see that the red's gone, That's a good indicator that something's wrong with your tank. These guys are absolutely stunning. The dwarf neon blue gourami. Gorgeous fish. I actually thought that they shorted me on these, but they ended up putting them in 2 bags. For dwarf fish, unless that's full grown, that's pretty large, in my opinion. I know these guys can get pretty big. We got some female guppies up here. Lights off because it went for a swim in the drink. So we shut the light off. I'm going to let that dry out for about a day before I try to turn it on. But some really good looking females. And this was quite a shock. So I'm a saltwater guy through and through. There's some fish in here that I like quite a bit. And the guppies, of all things, the guppies that I got with this shipment are unreal. Showstopper male guppies, like absolutely phenomenal. Shut the light off to cut down on the glare a little bit, but these guppies are absolute fire. Very, very impressed with the guppies. And we got some assorted peacocks, cichlids. Orange guy. Looks like we got a dragon's blood. Kinda. What is that? German red. Been a long time, folks. If you're a cichlid guy and I'm just destroying this, my apologies. Not too much aggression so far. Kind of happy with that. I'm going to feed these guys here in a minute. Then we got some rainbows, neon dwarf rainbows. These guys color up really good when they get older. And these ones, so ultra tiny, super tiny. They're a nano fish, and you know my hopes is to carry some freshwater shrimp down the road here. But these are a fish that I was pretty interested in. It's the Galaxy Rasbora, and what I like about them is that they look like little brook trout. They definitely get a little bit bigger than what they show right there, but very interesting little guy. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I'd say they're like a ½ inch in size, but they have some pretty good coloration from what I've seen in some photos. Hopefully, you know, these guys can grow out a little bit. I have a hard time, you know, imagining that people are going to want to pay, you know, $5.50 for such a small fish unless they know what they're buying. So hopefully we can hold on to these guys for a little while and grow them out. And we've got some carbensis that are not doing too well right now. Hopefully they pull through, but a lot of them are just kind of chilling out on the bottom. I'm very happy. Got some albinos in there as well. But hopefully these guys turn out alright. We'll see how they pull through. Then another fish that I was really interested in, the silver tip tetra. You can tell that they've been in a fish shop or like a distributor for a while, because they typically, when you put your hand up, they come to your hand and then they're all doing like their little twitchy thing. But you know, they are associating hands with capture right now. But interesting, not the most flashy fish, but that is probably one of the tightest schooling fish I think I've ever seen. And if you get a real big group of them, it's pretty interesting. And we got some Harlequin black Rasbora. These guys look pretty rough. Hopefully we can heal them up pretty good. We got some weird random fish. I think it's a Rasbora, but I'm not 100% certain. It's just a little pygmy version. Got some more rainbows. These guys ate real good not too long ago. And we got some neons. The neons didn't ship very well, but they're definitely a classic freshwater fish. Had a couple of DOAs on them. We also had a couple of DOAs on the cardinals, which looks like one's on its way out right now. But they look pretty rough. They don't look very healthy at all. And some more rainbows. And then another surprise. Absolutely love these guys. The green tiger barbs. Okay, so that's what we got to start off with freshwater fish. I'll probably put in a very small order next week, just to kind of, build up the tanks a little bit. I didn't want to overload the tanks, even though I feel like I put a lot in there to start off with. And I consider it a success for the most part. We did have some DOAs. We also had some fish that looked like they might not pull through, which is to be expected with this sort of work. But the hope is to try to keep as many fish healthy, so that they can be passed on to folks and make them happy with their aquariums. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified every time that we upload a new video. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow right here, hopefully without a headache. See ya.